Yo, as requested, a video about salt. If you have salt cravings, those are mineral deficiencies. More precisely, a lack of thyroxine, which is a thyroid hormone, and that's basically hypothyroidism, which is caused by mineral deficiencies. If you would eat some raw shellfish now and then, it will be fine. What's usually in front of you when you go to the restaurant? Sugar and salt. So the system wants you to use it. You cannot digest fucking rocks, even if they are crystallized. If a plant would consume them and make them available, or even better, an animal would consume them and you would eat the animals, then it would be perfectly fine. If you put this in your mouth and try to suck it or even lick it a little bit, it will be incredibly disgusting. When I put a little grain of salt on my tongue, I want to throw up. And if you would go through a detox just like I did, it would be the same for you. When we use it in everyday life, we get used to it. We cannot eat salt for the same reason we cannot drink water. It skips the process of nature. It's irrelevant if there's over 80 trace minerals in pink Himalayan salt. We can't do anything with it. Salt and water has to be absorbed by plants. And then we usually end up drinking the blood of the animals who consume them in nature to get to the nutrients. Arguing about which salt or water is better is ridiculous. Sea salt, Himalayan salt, table salt, all of it is crap. If you do consume salt or water, in both cases you will get dehydrated. If you want to learn more about that, watch my video about water. Link will be in the description. In this, there's over 100 times more sodium than potassium. And you're supposed to have 600 to 1000 milligrams of potassium for every 100 milligrams of sodium and 20 to 30 milligrams of magnesium. This is so unhealthy. It will always cause an imbalance, and you will be deficient in potassium and magnesium because of these mineral salts. Animals have the perfect ratio of nutrients, in this case electrolytes. So what should we consume? Animals. I understand that a lot of keto people like to promote salt, but that's because they don't understand anything about it. Don't even listen to them. Ajnes Wonder Planets analyzed the blood and urine of people who had headaches, and they had already stopped eating the salt, and what he found were clumped up sodium molecules and dead liver and brain cells. So what happened was that they had headaches because the body was detoxing from the rock salt stuck in the brain. So what lesson do we learn today? That you should not eat unnatural things, because there will always be a problem. You will leach nutrients from your own body to compensate. Thanks for watching.
Salt is one of the worst things a cancer patient, anybody can do, next to cooking. Why is that? Because sodium is an explosive. It is more volatile than nitroglycerin. If you take pure sodium and put it into one block about the size of a football, it will take out New York City and all of its buildings. Just one block that size. My father worked on, he was an inventor, he invented his first bearing computer. He worked on jet engines for the military and General Electric, and they were given $2 billion to make sodium into a weapon. But it was so volatile that just 1.5 degree temperature change would set it off. They couldn't control it anywhere like nitroglycerin. And they still don't use nitroglycerin as a weapon because they can't control it. Sodium is worse. So what happens when salt, it has other minerals bound with it, of course, unless it's sodium chloride or sodium iodide, which is manufactured. So that neutralizes it while it's in your mouth, but you can hear it popping, you can hear it cutting into the mucus. You gargle with it and it breaks down mucus. It's an explosive. So what happens when it gets into the blood, your body separates the sodium and all of a sudden it starts exploding. Now when a cell eats, it eats 93 to 117 nutrients. That's every nutrient on this planet in a smorgasbord. And a cell opens by ionization and it absorbs that smorgasbord in and eats a balanced diet. When you use salt, even just 2 little bitty grains at a meal, you will kill 2 million red blood cells and make every cell in your blood deficient. It will break that molecule, it'll start breaking up those clusters of smorgasbord, and the cell may get anywhere from 23 to 70 nutrients instead of 93 to 117. So your body goes under constant deficiency.